this is the AirPods 4 and this is the AirPods 4. Now one of them are fake, and I bet you can't tell which one is the fake one. If you can, comment it down below in the comment section right now. But in this video, I'll be telling you guys what are the differences you should be looking for in a fake AirPods. So with that said, let's get right into the video. Now personally, I got these from a website online that are selling these like they're literally identical, but if you look closely, you'll see the differences. But one of the first thing that I noticed when I got this package, it came in this box right here. Now at first I was thinking that, hey, they sent me some fake earbuds that look totally different from the AirPods 4, but when I opened this box right here, you could clearly see that this is actually an AirPods box, and it almost looked the same. But unfortunately, I don't have the original box that I got my real ones in, so I can't really compare. But trust me, it looks the same. It almost feels the same. Like, you know, right here, it has like that 3D feel like effect on these AirPods right here. But you can definitely tell that the fonts is a little bit different. But either way, as you open the box, you could tell that, hey, this is almost identical. So let me go ahead and open it with a knife. It's kind of hard to take out with your bare hands. Try not to cut myself here. All right. Almost there. Yeah, it's kind of hard to take out. That's one more thing. I think with the real AirPods, you could just slide it out. But this one, you kind of have to fight it out. So once it slides out there, you get your Apple pamphlet right here with all the manuals and all that as usual. Kind of looks very close, but trust me, the fonts are a little bit different. It looks very close, and the paper quality is a little bit different also. Sorry I can't compare these to the original one, but I'm just going through and showing you guys how it looks. And you even get that little plastic that the AirPods comes in right here, which is really good. And then that's pretty much it. You don't get any stickers and you don't get any chargers, which I think on the real one you didn't get any stickers or any chargers, but that's the packaging right there. As you can see, it's very close and very similar. I'm pretty sure if someone walk up on the street to you and sell you these for $50, you'll be thinking that you're getting a good deal, when in real life you're getting some fake AirPods 4. But trust me, they're very identical at a quick glance, but as you look closely, you'll see the difference, and I'll show you guys that later on in this video. Alright, so I want to compare the physical appearance. So here you have both AirPods right here, and as you can see on the back, the font is kind of different, and the fake one is made in China, well, assembled in China, as you guys can see right there. On the right side, that's the fake one, and on the left side, that's the real one. And as you can see, if you look closely, the font is a little bit different. Now, it is always designed by Apple in California, but assembly in China, that means it is fake. But if it says assembly in Vietnam, then that means it's real. But yeah, overall, like just a quick glance at these, you can definitely see that they're almost identical. Like everything looks the same just at a first glance. But one thing I also noticed, if you look closely on the mesh, I'm not sure if my camera is going to pick this up, but just know that one of the mesh is a little bit different. So the top one right here is the real one, and the bottom one is a fake one. As you can see, the real one has a different mesh, like a speaker mesh, versus the bottom one. Like the bottom one, you can't really see the holes in the mesh, but with the top one, you can see it. It's just a little bit different. And same for the speaker vent hole over there, it's a little bit different. But when it comes on to the USB-C port, there's a major difference right there, and you kind of have to look inside to see it. I'm not sure if this is shown good on camera. I try to show you guys my best, but this is a fake one on the bottom. As you can see, the aluminum or the metal port goes all the way down in the USB-C port, while this one right here up top, which is the real one, you can see the metal port only goes in like less than an inch, and then you have the white part, which is the case itself. So that's the difference right there. But as I said, you have to look really closely to see these difference. Now, when it comes on to the AirPods, up front, it looks the same, like identically the same. But if you take take out one of the real ones right here, which is on my right, and one of the fake ones right here, which is on my left, they look identically the same. So you zoom up right there and look closely. The one on the right doesn't have that deeper inside versus the one on the left has a deeper inside. So you can see right here, that's deeper versus this one that's kind of more shallower. And if you rub your fingers across the fake ones, you can feel it cut out of the sensor right there, the ear detector sensor. You can feel it cut out, while if you rub it on a real one, you don't feel any cutouts or anything. Also, I noticed if you look closely at the fonts on the bottom of the earpods right here, it's definitely a different font. And as you can see, the one on the right is a real one, is more finer versus the one on the left, which is the fake one, which is more of a bold design. So as you can see, the one on the left also says assembled in China, or it marks China on the left right there. And the one on the right, which is the real one, has Vietnam in it. I'm not sure if it's focusing right, but as you can see right there, it is Vietnam right there. And the one on the left, it is China. So the one on the left is a fake one. So those are the two major differences that I noticed also. And looking at this right now, as I'm making this video, I kind of realized that the left and the right indicator right there, so the R and the L, is kind of a little bit different. The L is kind of more darker versus the R. So that's one more difference right there. And also, while looking at this, these terminals right here, as you guys can see on camera, the terminals, the silver aluminum looking thing, that on the right is more smaller than the one on the left. And the left one is a fake one, and the right one is a real one. So as you can see, the terminal on the right is way smaller versus the terminal on the left. Now, when it comes on to sound quality, I was doing a little bit comparison here, and these are the fake ones that I'm going to test out right now. So I'm going to connect my fake ones right here. Now, up front, they sound good. Like, they're not the worst and they're not the best, but you can definitely hear the difference between the real one and the fake one. So as I'm playing this sound right here, it sounds really good, and you can always turn on noise cancellation if you want. So I can turn it on like that. Noise cancellation doesn't really work, but you can kind of hear the difference. It kind of blocks out a little bit of the noise, and you can always do adaptive also. These are the fake ones, by the way. You can do adaptive, that works good. Transparency mode works also, but it doesn't work as strong as the real one. Like, you're not really hearing much outside, and you can always turn it off. And then you can always do conversation awareness. I haven't really tested this fully, but one thing I noticed when you have a conversation awareness, it doesn't really work as good as the ones on the Real AirPods 4. Now, when it comes on to spatial audio, let me put it on to Ed Track. The Ed Track doesn't really work, to be honest. Yeah, it doesn't really work, but it's there if you want to turn it on. You can do fix, you can turn it off. I don't really hear the difference, honestly. I don't think spatial audio even works. And you actually get the same settings. Like, if you go to settings, you get the settings that you can go through and actually do whatever you want to do, like in the settings. Like, you can turn on automatic ear detection, you can turn on personalized volume, you can do whatever you want the controls to do, and these control actually works. Like, if you tap it and all that, double tap, I can skip the music right away. I could pause, I could play, I could double tap. So right now I'm trying to do the double tap, and it's not doing the double tap, it's only like pausing and playing. It's actually controlling the volume. Maybe I need to change that. Oh wait, so it actually worked just now. Just now I double tapped it and it worked, but it's not as responsive as the real ones. So you pretty much get every single thing that the real ones has, but it just doesn't work as good as the real ones. So yeah, that's just one thing to note. The head gestures works also, but it doesn't work as responsive as the real ones. So I have these for a couple days now, and I haven't really seen this version right here move. And I believe this version right here came out last year, October, the firmware version right here. So I'm not sure if you're able to like update it or whatever. And I didn't get the option to add AppleCare. When I got it, it says the coverage is expired. So I didn't get any option to like add AppleCare or anything like that. Another difference that I noticed is the Find My. So with the Find My, these are the real ones that I have right now tracking. You get this I guess precision Find My, or it tells you that you're within the area of your earpods and you can play the sound and you'll hear the sound of your case right away. Now with the fake ones, Another difference that I noticed is the LED indicator. So if you open the case like this, you see the LED indicator comes up. Now the one on the left, it is a fake one, and the one on the right is a real one. And I'll tell you guys why. So let me open it again. So if you open it like this, you can see the one on the left is kind of faded versus the one on the right is kind of more bright. So the one that's faded is the fake one, and the brighter one is the real one. But the touch sensitivity, like when you go to double tap to like pair your stuff, like if you open it like this and go ahead and double tap, you can pair it, put it in pair mode. That works for the real one, and it also works for the fake one. So if you double tap, you can see it goes into pair mode right away, and you just hear the speaker sounds. Hopefully you heard it through the mic, and that's also different. So I'll go over that later on in this video and you hear the difference also. And speaking of sounds, this is where I know that, hey, the real one is definitely real and sounds better. So when you plug it in, this is the fake one. You plug it in, that's the charging sound right there. And when you plug in the real one, I should say, this is the charging sound. So you hear the difference right there. Like the fake one sounds like, I don't know, it is like battling for its life, while the real one sounds really calm and easy, just like that. So that's another difference to look out for the real earpods versus the fake earpods for the AirPods 4. And also one thing to note, the ear detection on these, on the fake one and on the real one, works perfectly fine. But as I said, some of the features do work, but it just doesn't work as good as the real ones. So that's just one thing to note. So now when it comes on to build quality, I'm sorry I don't have a scale right now, but the real ones is kind of heavier than the fake ones. The fake one is not as heavy as the real ones. So that's just one thing to note. But in my next video, when I do a comparison like this, I will have a scale to weigh them. But I definitely think that the real one is a bit heavier than the fake ones. So here's a major difference between the AirPods 4 that is real versus the AirPods 4 that is fake. So if you open the case like this, with the real ones, you can't like flop the case, like you can't pull the case towards you and you see it opens. But with the fake ones, if you go like this right here, you can see you can literally open the case, like it is not like glued together. And that's the major difference between the fake and the real AirPods. Like I think last year I did a video on AirPods Pro 2 fake and real, and it was the same difference right here. Like you could always open the case and like flop it out, and you could even see like the LED in there as you open the case. But with the real ones, like you can't do that. Like I think they just glued it that good. Like whatever glue Apple use right here is very good versus the one that they use right here. I doubt if they even use glue right here, because if they glued it, you could have seen the glue or something. But that's the major difference right there. Like if you're buying an AirPods on the street, I would say take it from the person that you're buying it from and like literally do this. Like if you're able to do this, like what I'm doing right now, don't buy it from that person, because then it would be definitely fake. Like trust me, they look very closely. Like if you look at a quick glance, they look the same. Like who could tell the difference right here, like which one is fake or which one is real? So when you get that AirPods, just go ahead and do that little test right there, and you can tell right away if it is fake or it is real. So yeah, these are some good AirPods, but it's just not the genuine AirPods, so you won't get that genuine sound, you won't get the best sound possible. So that's just one thing to note. Now in terms of price, you can get the real ones right here for $179, but usually it's on sale on Amazon or Best Buy or somewhere for a little bit cheaper. But for the fake ones, I got these for around $32 on a website. So if you're interested in finding this website, just DM me on Instagram and follow me over there, and I'll send you the link so you guys can grab one of these if you're interested in grabbing one of these. But personally, I would definitely recommend in getting the real ones if you want that genuine sound and that genuine feel, and you want all the features to be as responsive. While if you get the fake AirPods, you get all those features, but it won't sound genuine, you won't get the best sound, and the features won't be as responsive as the real ones. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it for this video guys. I hope this video was helpful to you. So now you can definitely spot a fake AirPods 4 if someone ever try to sell you a fake AirPods 4. So yeah, if you're interested in the wallpaper wallpaper that you see on my desktop right there. A link will be down below in the description, so you can go ahead and check it out. Also, it's free, so you can always just click the link and go ahead and download it. And if you want, you can put like $1 or $5 if you want to support the channel. Whatever you put will go towards this channel to make it even better. So go ahead and check out those wallpapers if you are interested. Those wallpapers right there is kind of inspired by the AirPods, so you can go ahead and check it out if you love AirPods. Go ahead, I have a bunch of wallpapers. I think I have like 4 different wallpapers that you guys can choose from. So go ahead, download it and put the best one as your lock screen, and also tag me on Instagram whenever you set it as your wallpaper so I can see which one you choose for your wallpaper. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Like this video if this video was helpful to you, and also subscribe to this channel for more videos on the AirPods, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace. It is almost scary how good these fake AirPods are getting these days. Like back then, when you get a fake AirPods, you could tell that it is a fake AirPods right away. But nowadays, you're getting almost the same features, but you have to like really dig deeply to see the difference and realize that you have a fake AirPods. Definitely be careful out there whenever you're buying your AirPods, especially when you're not buying it from Apple themselves.